In the early hours along one of southern Africa's most volatile border corridors, a routine military patrol turned into a high-stakes security operation when South African soldiers came face-to-face with a suspected explosive smuggling attempt that could have had devastating consequences had it slipped through unnoticed, a moment that underscores just how fragile and dangerous the battle for border control has become. And if you want to stay ahead of stories like this that rarely make headlines, but have serious implications for national security, subscribe to this channel now for verified breaking news, in-depth analysis, and real-time updates from South Africa's borders, because members of the South African National Defense Forces, one South African tank regiment, successfully thwarted a suspected cross-border smuggling operation near the Beitbridge point of entry on January 2, 2026. During an operation that authorities say highlights the growing sophistication and danger of illegal activities along the Limpopo border, as soldiers conducting a routine patrol east of the Messina support base spotted 3 individuals moving suspiciously from Zimbabwe into South Africa while carrying bags, a sight that immediately raised red flags for the patrol unit operating under Joint Tactical Headquarters Limpopo, and when the suspects noticed the SANDF presence, they reportedly fled back across the border into Zimbabwe, abandoning the bags in their haste, a move that may have prevented a far more serious security breach, because subsequent investigation revealed the true danger of what had been left behind, as the South African Police Service bomb disposal unit was called in to assess the abandoned items and later confirmed that the bags contained superpower 90 commercial explosives with an estimated value of R82,300. A type of explosive commonly used in mining and construction but highly dangerous in the wrong hands, raising urgent questions about who the explosives were intended for and what they could have been used to do inside South Africa, as authorities note that illegal explosives are often linked to serious crimes including illegal mining, cash-in-transit heists, ATM bombings, and organized criminal syndicates that operate across borders, making this interception not just a border control success, but a critical blow to potential violent crime. And while no arrests were made due to the suspects fleeing back into Zimbabwe, security experts say the outcome still represents a significant victory, as removing explosives from circulation can prevent loss of life and infrastructure damage, particularly in a province already grappling with illegal mining operations and cross-border crime networks, as the operation was praised by Officer Commanding Colonel Dikabane Harold Tloti, who commended the vigilance and professionalism of the soldiers involved, noting that routine patrols remain a vital line of defense against increasingly bold smuggling attempts along the border, and this incident once again shines a spotlight on the Beitbridge area, long regarded as one of the busiest and most challenging border zones in the region, where smugglers exploit terrain, distance, and gaps in surveillance to move people and contraband between countries, even as South Africa ramps up military and police deployments, and, according to security analysts, the fact that explosives are being moved in this manner signals an escalation in the types of goods being smuggled, shifting from undocumented migrants and basic contraband to high-risk materials capable of mass destruction, which elevates border security from an immigration issue to a national safety priority, as the SANDF continues to play a key role in supporting civilian authorities through Operation Prosper and other border safeguarding initiatives aimed at curbing illegal crossings, smuggling, and transnational crime, with Joint Tactical Headquarters Limpopo coordinating efforts between the military, SAPs, and border management structures to ensure rapid response and intelligence sharing, and following the seizure, the explosives were safely secured and handed over to Messina Police Station for further investigation, where detectives are now tasked with tracing their origin, intended destination, and possible links to known criminal networks operating in the region. As authorities say, investigations are ongoing and the area remains under heightened monitoring to prevent further attempts, especially given the likelihood that smugglers may test the border again using different routes or methods, while community members living near the border have been urged to remain alert and report suspicious movements, as locals are often the first to notice unusual activity but may fear retaliation from criminal syndicates. A concern authorities say they are working to address through increased patrol visibility and community engagement, and public reaction to the news has been swift, with many South Africans expressing relief that the explosives were intercepted before causing harm, while others have voiced concern about how close such dangerous materials came to entering the country undetected, reigniting debates about border fencing, surveillance technology, and the long-term sustainability of military deployments along the border. As critics argue that while interceptions like this are commendable, they also reveal how persistent and adaptive smuggling networks have become, forcing the state into a constant game of catch-up. While supporters of the SAMP's border role say incidents like this prove the necessity of military involvement in safeguarding national borders, particularly in remote areas where civilian law enforcement resources are stretched thin. And analysts warn that the intersection of explosives smuggling and illegal mining poses a serious threat to public safety, as unregulated explosives increase the likelihood of deadly accidents underground and provide criminal syndicates with tools to escalate violence when challenged by authorities, making each interception not just a statistic, but a potential life-saving intervention. And as South Africa continues to grapple with cross-border crime fueled by economic disparities, porous borders, and organized syndicates, this latest operation serves as a stark reminder that the fight is far from over, with every patrol carrying the possibility of uncovering dangerous contraband. And as investigations continue into who abandoned the explosives and where they were headed, authorities have reaffirmed their commitment to maintaining a strong presence along the Limpopo border, warning that smugglers should not underestimate the vigilance of security forces, because as this incident demonstrates, even a routine patrol can derail a criminal operation worth tens of thousands of rand and potentially save countless lives. And for continued updates on border security, SCNDF operations, and breaking developments that directly affect national safety, stay connected, subscribe to this channel, and make sure you don't miss the next critical story unfolding at South Africa's borders.